Hey folks, good to see you. How you doing? I hope you are well. I just thought to speak to you. Lately, President of Ghana, President Akufo Addo, he visited Nigeria um, during Nigerian Bar Association annual general meeting. So he made a speech actually that was very interesting. It talks to African leaders for them to provide a good governance. He also made mention that African leaders, to provide good road, electricity, railway system, and another thing is for African leaders to provide drugs and hospital facility for their citizens. I thought this is so nice and refreshing to hear this from this great leader. President uh, President Addo is actually, is somebody to emulate. So I thought you might want to know that, he spoke in detail that, it would be nice for African leaders to, kind of provide free education from kindergarten to the secondary school level. He was just saying that, they should also provide hospital facilities, drugs, to the rural communities and those less privileged citizens. So it was just saying that, this is actually things that they should do, for African leaders to utilize and harness our natural resources in an efficient manner for the benefit of citizens. Basically, for African leaders to use the resources that they got effectively and use it for the benefit of the citizen. I thought it's so welcoming to hear this from this president of Ghana. I couldn't have agreed on what he was saying, because it's actually overdue. African countries are always, in kind of the infrastructure facilities in African nations are instead of abysmal. They are not up to this, standard. They are substandard. So it's nice to hear this from this great leader that, kind of provide accountability, good governance, respecting the rule of law. It's not really a big ask. This is actually basic things the government is all about. It's about helping the masses. It's about alleviating poverty. So it's nice and refreshing to hear this from this great leader. So I thought to speak to you about it. And another thing is, recently there's this thing, Financial Times just told us that President Trump thought what he thought about our president. I thought is very, very sad. How he said that our president is lifeless. But our the team from the presidential team was actually saying that our president is as fit as fiddle. He's running the country. Anyway, I just feel that it's not nice to hear this or for someone to say this about president of the whole country, Nigeria. But here we go. It just showed that come 2019 we actually need to start thinking about someone who will represent us, someone that will represent Nigeria, someone that the world will actually be respectful of, instead of us electing someone that the whole world will make him a mockery of. So I thought to speak to you about this, that it's quite nice kind of to hear all this going on about our country. It doesn't give us any any happy. I think if you remember, I think in life like this is just the way as you make your bed, as you lay it, you lay on it. So if we make our bread, by electing someone that the world will make mockery of it, of the person, then that's our cup of tea. So we deal with it. So I thought to come here this time and say, okay, we actually need to trying to find someone, to elect someone that is credible, competent, and someone that know what he's doing, the world will respect. I mean, it's not something to be cheerful to see or hear that your presidents are being regarded or called lifeless person. It's not really it's not nice. But anyway, that is by the way. So I thought to speak to you about it. Another thing is UK another thing is UK Prime Minister will be visiting Nigeria tomorrow. So keep an eye. They are coming to speak to the president of Nigeria about to see how UK can assist Nigeria going forward for general election and stuff like that. And another thing also on another note is I heard there will be an Operation Python dance in southeast of Nigeria. I just want to say southeast of Nigeria is actually one of the safest states in Nigeria according to United Nations record. So we don't actually need Operation Python dance. The security issue is actually in the northern part of Nigeria, not in the southeast. So I just want to say to Nigerian army, please, please do stay in your barracks. There's no issue. There's no war going on in southeast of Nigeria. Yeah, allow the police to do their job. So I thought to say this also because on Wednesday, actually telling all the Igbo youth just to be mindful and do not be provoked by army because you don't want our kids, our brothers and sisters to be massacred like what happened last year. So I thought to raise my voice that we don't need Operation Python dance threat in southeast Nigeria. Nigeria actually is supposed to listen to what's going on and respect the right of the citizens, instead of molesting them. So I thought to speak to you about this. I hope you have a nice day and take care. I want to give a shout out to those of you guys who have actually subscribed to my channel. Thank you very much indeed. I appreciate it. I can't thank you enough. Stay blessed and remain productive. Bye bye. See you some other time. Bye bye.